Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Here's Lindsay. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
36-yard line.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. 2nd and 14.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Hey, watch that. Check.
Back to throw here. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup at 25. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on their perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now, these two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. Gun now on third down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Taken down.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First down, Seattle.
On first down, Carson, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Seahawks.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. This is Carson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short game. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a gain of 35. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Room here to run. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots, where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
10 more yards. Complete to Allen Robinson. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Seahawks 3, 49ers 0.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 16. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Mike's 54. Mike's 54. All day, baby. All day. All day, baby. Watch the eye.
This is Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Niners 7, Seahawks 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check 26, check 26.
To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Carson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. Now it's Carson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run it with Carson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now Wilson. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, it's Deshaun Jackson. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Their own 14-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
He'll look to throw. incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
57
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's right, Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey.
2nd and 4. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Now it's Lindsey. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Tackle made.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll run with Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14, Seahawks 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Third and long, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. It's Coleman here. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run with Mostert, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Marr able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
I'm coming! 54's mark, 54's mark. Check, hold up. 54.
Operating from the gun, Wilson, left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Down, Seattle.
Right there, 54.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A gain of 2 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Huh, interesting. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
On second down, Mostert. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert taking it in. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
After the sack on first down, Wilson going for the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They go play action here on first down. Oh, that was dangerous.
The pass.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Brings up.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
What's the run? They're running it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
And they'll try to run the option here. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsay, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
Ball carrier.
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 1st down, Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
In on the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
First down, Seahawks.
Mike, 57.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
They'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards on the ground. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey.
Now Mostert. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
54. Watch twist.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Mike 54. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Running the counter with Mostert. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They run again with Carson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
But depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. This is Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
On 1st down, Carson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Tonight's a big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Niners, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.